Hi everyone, it's David here again. What I'm going to do now is just talk about the specifics of my innovation model. So things that you need to be doing as an organisation or a team or even as an individual in order to promote innovation. So across the top we have what I call the group perspective or the outer perspective. And across the bottom it's things that individuals can do, attitudes that individuals can hold that make the difference as to whether they will be able to innovate or not. So across the top, it's first of all, have many perspectives, get lots and lots of different people involved, lots of different inputs that help you to decide what needs doing. If you just do the same old thing that you've always done, then you will not be able to make a change to the performance of your team or your organisation. Then the next one is reality checks. So measure things, get numbers, get real data and go out and observe things. And ask the opinions of people that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be the ones that you talk about. So it isn't necessarily the people who will be directly affected by the change that you're going to make, but it will be people who know something about that particular industry or that part of the business in one way or another. So making sure that it is real and not just something you've made up is very important. Then trial and error and repetition is basically saying that you might need to iterate, you might need to do several different versions of something, you might need to prototype them in different ways and gradually refine the model that you're building. But you do need a clear enough exit strategy on that, as it says here. So you need to be able to just stop doing it if you're doing too much of that stuff and not getting anywhere. You need to be able to recognise when a particular avenue of thinking is not one that's actually going to be productive. In terms of the inner things, which people can have as attitudes or beliefs, focusing and building on the positive is very important. So very often in brainstorming meetings, people will come up with reasons why something can't be done or shouldn't be done or won't work or is illegal or whatever it might be. And you just need to be able to hold that to one side and still move on, thinking positively about the idea under discussion. Questioning assumptions is about saying, we do have models of the world in which we interpret things and decide things, and you may find that some of the assumptions that you've held dear to for a very long time are actually questionable and aren't really going to help you take the right decisions. Then lastly, taking appropriate risks is saying some of this stuff is risky. Sometimes you will do things that aren't entirely conservatively appropriate. Not obviously things that you need to do. If it was obvious, it would be easy, and it's not easy. So this is saying somebody somewhere along the line might need to take a risk, as well as doing all the normal stuff about prioritising and balancing the risks and mitigating them. So hopefully that fits together and people can understand how by doing these things you can promote innovation within your team or your organisation. Thank you.